Wubba lubba dub dub motherfuckers. What is going on, everyone? It is I, everyone's favorite jack of all trades, with the foul mouth, Common Urban. Welcome back to another awesome fucking video, guys. I greatly fucking appreciate it. Thank you for sticking around and watching this shit. So I fucking do it for all you guys. So yeah, before I dive into this, I want to just, like I said once again, for everyone that does watch these videos and shit, thank you. I really do appreciate it. And let's get to 1,000 subscribers for the end of the fucking year. That would mean a lot to me. Make me feel like what I'm doing is actually, worth my time and shit. Anyway, without further ado, as you can see my 1/350th scale model of the dreaded Kriegsmarine battleship, the DK in Bismarck. And yes, she is almost finished. The only thing left I gotta do to her is get the rigging wire and shit, get her all rigged up, and put flags and stuff on her, and she'll be completely finished. But anyway, today we're gonna be reviewing another book about this dreaded German sea monster, and I have it right here. And the book we are going to be reviewing today, guys, is going to be The Loss of the Bismarck, An Avoidable Disaster by Graham-rhys-Jones, published by the Naval Institute Press of Annapolis, Maryland. And this book was published in 1999. And the way that this book is laid out and set up, it talks about the story of the Bismarck through the higher ups within the German Navy. So basically, through ideas and shit that the Kriegsmarine were going through, and with the success and stuff of Operation Berlin. That's how this book is basically laid out. Basically, originally how this book right here, as Graham-rhys-jones says, this book started out as a case study and was part of a series. It began as a lecture to facilitate to faculty and students at the War College in Newport, Rhode Island, and it became afterwards a short essay in the Naval War College Review entitled "The Loss of the Bismarck, Who Was to Blame?" Basically, it was practically, he was looking through archival material, and basically a lot of shit was thrown up about the decisions and shit that were made behind the scenes. So basically, not as the ship was sailing her way into the Denmark Strait. So basically, it gives you an idea how basically the whole idea of Operation started because of Operation Berlin. And what Operation Berlin was it was a fucking sortie into the Atlantic of Germany's two premier battleships of the time. What Britain called them battle cruisers, they were battleships. I believe they were 11 inchers. They were 11-inch barreled, like 11-inch diameter barreled. The Scharnhorst and her sister, the Gneisenau. And they were under the command of Gunther Lütjens. Yeah, see? Gunther Lütjens. He was the one ahead of Operation Berlin. And Operation Berlin actually was the brainchild of this man here, Grand Admiral Erich Raeder. And yes, he was actually a great fucking tactician. He just did not have the ships necessary for his plans. But anyway, they sortied into the Atlantic, and they were out there for over 2 months. And within the 2 months, they sank over 25, 30 plus ships, totaling several 100,000 gross tons of shipping. And it was known as a pretty qualified fucking success. So anyway, Eric Rader thought, well, let's have a bigger sortie. The original idea was to have 3 ships. He wanted to have, along with the Bismarck, he wanted the Prince Eugen, and he also wanted the Gneisenau, because at the time, the Scharnhorst, she was getting her boiler tubes and shit fucking redone, you know, because, you know, boiler maintenance and shit, so she was out of the question. The original idea for Operation Rheinebung, or Exercise Rhine, was Bismarck, Gneisenau, and Prince Eugen. And they were kind of throwing the idea of having Bismarck's sister Tirpitz involved too, but she was still crewing up and getting ready in the Baltic, so she would not be ready for some time. But then, of course, bullshit fucking happened stuff, and Gneisenau got damaged in a bombing by the Royal Air Force. Yeah, the Germans were pissed off, so it was down to 2 ships, Bismarck and Prince Eugen. And as we all know about the famous chase, which we know, right there, that right there, that's Admiral Tovey. He's the chief of staff, or the commander-in-chief of the Home Fleet, and on his flagship, the King George V. And of course there was other people involved with the Bismarck ordeal too. Admiral Frederick Wake Walker, Captain Helmuth Brinkman, the commanding officer of the Prince Eugen, helpless bystander General Admiral Alfred Schauwater, CNC of Group West. Yeah. That's a really good picture of Bismarck. I really love that fucking picture. Awesome fucking picture. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to build my model with the camo, was because of that. And yes, if you guys don't know, the camo does go all the way up this ship. Do you see? It does go all the way up. And this famous picture here where it doesn't, they were repainted over it. The repainter all dull gray. So when she went up to the Atlantic, she'd fucking blend in. But yes, Bismarck's camo did go all the way up the sides. Anyway, this book, like I said, tells the entire Bismarck ordeal from the point of views of the heads of both the navies, like I said, the Kriegsmarine and the Royal Navy. And it actually is a very different perspective, and it's really fucking jaw-dropping and eye-opening too, to kind of really just get an idea about how both sides were fucking playing it and shit, and how the British were trying to track down the Bismarck within the few days that they had lost her and shit, and trying to figure out the best way of finding her, to the guys at the Kriegsmarine headquarters, you know, Group North, Group West. They were scrambling, trying to get shit going too, and try to help Bismarck. And of course, we all know the sad story in the end. What happens? Bismarck gets basically the shit blasted out of her by King George V, which had 14-inch guns, and of course the Nelson-class battleship Rodney, and she had 16-inch guns. So those 2 battleships were basically beating the shit out of her. And then, of course, you know, the Germans, they set sculling charges off and stuff with all this shit happening. Blazing, torn up wreck that she was, just fucking rolled over and sank. So, that's basically what this book was about. Basically, the loss of the Bismarck was an avoidable disaster. It was. It didn't have to happen, but it did. What do I think about this book? Well, like I fucking had said before, this book, it's different. It's a much different perspective than most books on the Bismarck that basically gave you the same fucking timeline, the same fucking viewpoints over and over again. This one is different. This one gives it to you from the viewpoints from the admirals and the higher-ups of both the Kriegsmarine in Germany and the Royal Navy in Britain. It's really fucking refreshing. Absolutely a refreshing look. And it really makes you think. It makes you sit and ponder about all those hard decisions that both sides had to make when dealing with day-to-day operations of the navies of the respective countries. And I have to give both sides salutes to that. Because honestly, if I was a higher up within the Navy, I'd have no hair and I would be absolutely a fucking train wreck. So I give them kudos on that. So I would give this book 5 out of 5 stars, 2 big fucking thumbs up. It is a great read. It is a must. If you're interested in warships and World War II history, and especially naval history, and if you have an interest in the Bismarck, or just in, general interest in naval warfare in general, read this. It'll give you a much better insight to what happened. And the book is once again called The Loss of the Bismarck, An Avoidable Disaster by Graham-Rhys-Jones, and is published by the Naval Institute Press of Annapolis, Maryland. So, there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the book, The Loss of the Bismarck, An Unavoidable Disaster. If you guys have any questions or comments about anything, leave them in the fucking comment section below and I'll get back with you. If you're new to the channel, love the shit I fucking do, hit that subscribe button, hit that damn notification bell, never miss another video from yours truly ever again. And become a member of the Commoner's crew, that'd be fucking awesome. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers for the end of the fucking year, so let's go do it, guys, so yeah. So until next time, this is Commodore Urban. Saying that smooth seas and clear skies, happy sailing with all of you, God bless you all, take care, stay safe, be all yourselves. And Jesus and God love y'all very much. And I'll catch you on a warm trade wind where hell anyone knows. And let's go, Brandon. Fuck Joe Biden. And Trump 2024, baby. Yay.